a coworker not too long ago, and I went to work and I was super sick. Like I did not feel like being there. Probably should have stayed home,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
special ed teacher and I do what I do for my kids.
Hmm.
And for my team, just because, you know. And so I was just like not wanting to be bothered like at all, like sick as a dog, leaned over on a desk, like looking
Right.
crazy.
Right. Right. Right.
And there was no empathy shown. And I'm just like, now this heifer, every single time she was sick or whatever, like I'm there. I'm being empathetic. I am being supportive. All the things, because that's just my heart and how I'm set up. And I
Hmm.
had to realize like not everybody is me or not everybody's gonna give me the energy that I give.
Right.
Um, and so I was just like, okay. Like I wanted to be babied. I wanted to be taken care of. And
Right.
she
I
wouldn't
got
do
you. Yeah. Yeah.
that. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me today on the 10th episode of Reviving the Arts, Starting with Your Heart. I'm your host, Nessa P, and today I am joined with my guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Jared Banks. My YouTube channel is Jared Talks. How y'all doing today?
I'm sure the people are winding down on this good Sunday. We're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, remember the questions are at random. I will give you two options to choose from, and you can pick which one you want to answer.
Yeah.
All right, let's go here. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. The first option is how do you act towards yourself and others when things don't go your way in life? And the other option is, hmm, what's your definition of emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence is a. What was the first one? I'm sorry. What was the first one?
You're okay. How do you act towards yourself and others when things don't go your way in life?
Oh yeah. Okay. If something don't go my way, I just leave it alone, and I won't get frustrated. And it's if it's hard, I don't get mad or anything. I just leave it alone and just move, get on with the next one. Cause you don't have to be hard time. You don't be fighting with it. So I just move on with the next one. I don't want to be
Yeah,
fighting over on one thing.
got you. You say you ain't going back and forth with nobody.
Right. I won't. Cause I'm not a competition. I'm not a competition person. I'm just if something don't go my way, I'm like okay, that's fine. I won't. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just go with your idea. Fine. Big deal.
I
Yeah.
am. I'm going to be the counter of that. Because I used to move in that way a lot of
Hmm.
times, without being confrontational. But sometimes I'm realizing as I continue to go that I have to be confrontational. And it's not necessarily in a way that wastes energy. I don't believe in wasting energy, but sometimes I have to correct people. Um,
Why?
and
The question is why? Why you want
why?
to come?
That's
Why you want
okay.
to do that? Why you want
I'm
to do
here
it?
for it. Absolutely. Because if a person says they love you, right? Whether it's a family member, a friend, or whatever, and they do
Hmm.
something that I don't necessarily agree with or whatever in terms of, an interaction in that way. I'm gonna
Yeah.
correct you because, I love that person back and I want them
Right.
to love me correctly.
Right.
So, it's not always like now say if it's a coworker or a business relationship,
Hmm.
like if they're showing me, most of the time that they can make wise decisions or come correct or whatever,
Right.
and they have
Right.
a moment or whatever, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and we'll have a conversation about it. Like,
Right.
yo, next time, can we do it this way? Or like say for example, I had a coworker not too long ago, and I went to work and I was super sick. Like I did not feel like being there. Probably should have stayed home,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
special ed teacher and I do what I do for my kids.
Hmm.
And for my team, just because, And so I was just like not wanting to be bothered like at all, like sick as a dog, leaned over on a desk, like looking
Right.
crazy.
Right. Right. Right.
And there was no empathy shown. And I'm just like, now this heifer, every single time she was sick or whatever, like I'm there. I'm being empathetic. I am being supportive. All the things, because that's just my heart and how I'm set up. And I
Hmm.
had to realize like not everybody is me or not everybody's gonna give me the energy that I give.
Right.
Um, and so I was just like, okay. Like I wanted to be babied. I wanted to be taken care of. And she didn't
Right.
she
I
wouldn't
got
do
you. Yeah. Yeah.
that.
I know. I know. I know. I know. Feel. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the situations where I
Yeah.
would,
You can do it. I mean,
um,
no, don't try overboard because I don't want you to lose your job. That's how people they get too confrontational. Then you want to fight for your life to get your job back. I don't. Got to keep it.
right.
You got to keep your job because once you leave it, it's gonna be hard to get it back.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
I was working at corporate for 10 years and one job,
Mhm.
and I kept it. I mean, I I look. I went to work, came home, got paid, do it all over again,
Yeah.
became employee of the year, and then I was done with it.
So I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah. That's one of the perks of handling things your way of not allowing the things to like
Mhm.
upset your rhythm, right? So I
Yeah.
understand that. I respect it. I'm just saying sometimes we might have to, say a little something. I'm not necessarily a fighter. I don't like fighting, but I will if I have to.
I'm like, no, I'm showing love. That hey, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Sit down and talk about it, and
Yeah.
and let the you got any issues, talk about it, lay it out. You
Yeah.
want to fight for it, that's a different story.
I,
But you just have to
I,
sit down and have like a big conversation. Like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? What's going on? What if
yeah.
is something wrong at home or
I
at
feel
work,
you.
vice versa? Like, hey,
Yeah.
get it
I
out,
prefer that.
get it
Yeah,
out.
no, I prefer to handle it that way. I prefer conversations. I prefer being able to not have it escalate to,
True,
it's
right?
more than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um
I don't want you
and I've never
overboard. Do it.
had
Yeah,
to. Yeah, no, I've never
yeah.
had to fight it like that. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Just in the event that it calls for it and a person isn't trying to, if they were the aggressor in the situation, oh baby, I
Hmm. Right. I got you. I got you.
That's what you gotta do. It's okay.
All right.
But yeah, I want you to think of a time where early on in life, like let's say either early adulthood or like teenage years, when something didn't go your way, like how did you handle it back then?
That then when I was in high school or middle school, then whew, look, I was boy. Don't put it this way. I don't want to scare I don't want to scare the audience or anything, but back then I was a cool dude. When something was horrible or doesn't go my way. Look,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a cool dude. I go and tell the teacher that hey, this such person don't want to um keep their mouth shut about something that should not be allowed at school. But I just like hey, when it comes to computational in high school or middle school, no, I wasn't. I, I mean, I talked to him now. I almost got in a fault. I'm almost, let's put it away, almost about this close. Got fought, got in a fight with someone
Oh
for
wow.
talking smack about me.
No.
Yeah, um, almost got, almost, it's not, I'm sorry to say it, I mean, not about a female. I'm not gonna mention the person name. I don't even know her person name.
That's good. There
We're
you
having a
go.
conversation. Look, we're having a conversation. Next thing you know, laid out. Not. I mean, she didn't hit me like this. She didn't like push me
Push.
down to the ground and like
Yeah.
cut me. Like, oh, okay.
Mm.
When I done that day, I saw her. Oh no, all I did, all I had to do, say, hey, how you doing? Kept going. I ain't want to cut out or anything. Cause if I
Wait a
do
minute.
that, you know, I'm like, I'm not
Wait.
doing, I'm not doing it because I do not want to put my hands on a woman. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
too,
appreciate that. I
I do
respect that.
not want to hit a woman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a gentleman.
But I'm saying,
I was raised to be a gentleman because I want to make it feel, I want to feel right. Cause yeah. So back then, like from back then to now,
hmm
I was no, um, bad. I feel it little, but not much. But I keep my composure. Just trying to make sure that I don't want to get no fretful or do it. So cause when it come down to at home, oh yeah, it it over. If mom found out, it over. It's over with. So yeah. So it's different. Different between teenage years, between 14 to 16, that's like middle school, high school. Yeah, that year, that period, right, that period of time, yes, I was in trouble. Yes, I'm telling you, this is true. I was in
hmm
trouble. I was in detention. Yeah, but for doing this. Yes, I done that.
Oh.
Yeah, doing it, and it was cool. What? It wasn't major. It wasn't major. It was just minor stuff. And then I changed. I need to act up. I need to do better. And here I am, went from being a bad kid to doing this. So
Yeah.
a whole big change. That's I learned a lot. I learned a lot from
Yeah.
being high school to now and stuff. So yeah. So
Gotcha.
it's I mean being a competitional person, it's not easy. You just have to you got to know why you want to do it, and
Yeah.
you gotta do it the right way, not the hard. Do it the easy way, not the hard way. Because you do it the hard way, you in game over, game over. That's all, game over. So you want to do a computational, make sure you know what you're saying because if you don't say the right things, then you have no business. You have no business
hmm
having competition with no anybody. Period. Period.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is.
I
So you
got
just
you.
be careful what you say. That's all. Be careful what
Yeah.
you say.
You got to be able to back it up. You're right.
Yes, yes. You got to back it up. You got to back it up. So you got to be careful what you say because when you hear somebody else up here, don't go up here. Just stay down
Mhm.
here. You be all right.
Yeah. I
So
mean, that's like a part of what I deal with, like as a special ed teacher, I deal with conversation all the time because my kiddos, they don't always use their self-control in the biggest capacities of like controlling their emotions and their
Mhm.
reactions, their responses or whatnot to being given teacher directives. Like if they want, their way or whatnot, and I say, no, you can go sit down and do your work.
Right, right.
And
Yeah.
so,
Look, I'm good with you because I was in special ed class all my life. Okay,
yeah.
I've been as a former special ed class kid.
Mhm.
I've been in couple classes now. Yes, I've had to help the one. I'm in my own class. We
Mhm.
share another class with. We have another class across the hall that has completely different disabilities. That means that had that one of my classmates who cannot talk, but he used one of those what do you call it?
AAC,
It's a
computerized.
yeah, like a computer thing with when you want to talk, and
Yeah.
every time he the teacher starts doing like jokes or anything, he starts smiling and jumping up and down like, and he's in a wheelchair. I mean, he is funny. He's hilarious, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know it's like being in a special ed class
Yeah.
and getting homework. And I'm sorry I mentioned love kind of miss. I know my teacher was asking the class, "Do y'all want homework?" Me, my big mouth opened it up and said, yeah. So my big mouth, my big mouth said, one of my friends, one of my former friends said, "Why you say that?" So we
Right.
end
They
up
was
watching
mad
the
at
news.
you.
We don't watch the news for homework. So I said, that's my fault. That was my fault. So it was the news was homework. We do that for every day. We get up in the morning, watch the news, write the major stories, and then bring it back to the teacher. And I'm like, I should get my mouth shut. My brain was bugging me like, you should have kept your mouth shut, boy. So I was like, yeah. So I learned my lesson for that. I learned my
Yeah,
lesson.
I'm sure. I'm sure you did. I mean,
Yeah.
and when I think about my kiddos, and all the students that I've served, I think about all the situations, not just from them, but from other service providers, from their
Hmm.
parents,
Hmm.
where situations had gotten a bit escalated. And I've had to, for so long, like not allow myself to go up there with them, like
Hmm.
just because they weren't necessarily in the mind frame of complying or agreeing or, taking space or whatever. I've had to use a few mindset techniques on some kids, which I don't enjoy doing. It feels wrong every single time. But safety is the most important thing. And so I guess what I'm saying is like when it comes to how I handle confrontation, I kind of gauge it by whatever the situation calls for. And it's like, and then
We have to
if we,
find out what the competition is about. You gotta find out what the competition is about before you get into it.
yeah, for
If you know
sure.
what the competition is, I mean, well, what's the point of having being competitional if you don't know what it is?
Yeah.
You gotta talk
Most
about it first.
times,
Get over it.
yeah. Now it depends on what it is. Like if a kid is
Yeah.
in a classroom and they call me to a classroom and they're like tearing it up and like attacking kiddos and other
Oh
teachers, then I
yeah.
gotta just dive right in. I can't just stop and say, "Hey, little Johnny, what's going on, buddy?" No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, I'm gonna do a story time one of these days because I have a story for I have a story time. I have a story for one of my friends from the special ed class. I want to tell you this. Some people won't know. We were in school. We were in classroom. We were actually in their classroom, and I'm talking about we came back. The classroom was clean. Okay, Everything was cool. You know, we came back. Place was for look. The place was messed up. I mean, completely not destroyed, but it was like, what happened here? It was like a hurricane went through. It was, it was like a hurricane went through. So I was like, it was because one of the kids got in trouble. You know, had to stay back because it was like lunchtime. He went on rain. He went literally a big tantrum, and he
Hmm.
really he had a big tantrum, and he just throwing stuff around. I'm like
Hmm.
throwing stuff around,
He was
papers,
mad.
yes, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
And the teacher tried to calm him down. Didn't help. Had to call the principal, come and hold him up. You know, it got so bad. The mom had to come get him.
Yeah.
The mom had to come get him. I was
Yeah.
like, that was sad. That was just.
Yeah.
I hate seeing someone have to be sent home for a big, bad tantrum.
Yeah.
Cause he wanted something. He wanted to like I think he wanted to write something on the on piece of paper, and the teacher said no, and he was like, oh, he just went at it. I mean, we ain't say nothing. We ain't say nothing. We just let him do. Teacher, the mom came
Hmm.
and took him home. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I
okay.
mean, sometimes it calls for it, and it's okay. It's all
It's
good.
not
Sometimes.
punishment. It's life. Sometimes I mean, being special ed kid, I know it's like I know it's like I'm I'm not saying I'm in his shoes, but
Yeah.
it's a different. At me, it's different. It's if I have a tantrum or anything, hey, I need something off my I need to get something off my chest instead
Right.
of not going off and having
Yeah.
the
And destroying
principal.
stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no. And that's like a part of my new initiative, as I venture into my new role of being an educational consultant. Like I'm an educational consultant. I just started a business.
Save that to my interview. Okay, save that for the interview. We
I-
do that. We do that. Save that. I'll save that for the interview. Save that.
okay. I'll say it again. But yeah, I want to train up teachers and parents and just educators and general service providers with the wealth of knowledge that I've gotten within my 11 years of being in this field. Not just from that, but from being a behavior therapist and all the things. Um, and so it's like there are certain things that can go into place for being prepared for kiddos universally. Like no one kid is ever the same, and no one kid is ever going to have the same exact triggers or antecedents for their behaviors. But there are supports that we can put in place, to help them with the transitions. Like, because I know a lot of times transitions going from class to class to class to class, whatever the model is and what the services look like, or even if they're
Mhm.
general ed students and they're not identified in the building, like parents get phone calls all the time about their kiddos having their meltdowns and their refusals to comply or do what they're asked to do. Um, and so I think it's high time that all teachers are trained, on how to engage with our kiddos. Because I think about if I had my own kids and if I was that student, right? My questions are like, why doesn't this person know how to deal with me? Like, why don't they know? And like as a kid, they don't know how to self-advocate for themselves like that. Like some adults still are working on it. And that brings me to like the switching of gears of the conversation. And it's like when things don't go my way, like in terms of how I were to treat myself years ago,
Mhm.
I probably shut down. I shut down a lot when things didn't go my way, like in previous years. I would beat up on myself a lot because I'm my toughest critic. Like if I didn't do it the way that I wanted to set out and do it, or if I didn't, rise to the occasion at the level that I wanted to, I was disappointed in myself. Or if I didn't get the reactions that I was looking for people's attention, like I would be so hard on myself. And I know a lot of kids do that too.
Yeah, yeah.
But but I've grown like in a lot of different ways. Instead of being so hard on myself, I use that as information now to challenge myself to do better. Like it's not about perfection. I used to be a perfectionist.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's life. It's life. I mean, being a special ed kid, I won't say it was at first, I didn't want to be in a special ed class, but, you had no, I mean, people tell me too slow to be in a regular class. I mean, that's fine. Look, I'm going to be in a special ed class, no homework. I, I can go home free. I don't have to carry books around. I just go
Mm,
home. I just go. Uh, we we can cooking class. Look, we do a cooking class. We can go up to the
yeah.
store, buy groceries. We can go to the teacher's house, get on a trampoline. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I got you.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
that's pretty
mean, my teacher was fun. I put it that way. My teacher was fun. I mean, she was
good.
letting us come up to her house, jump on her trampoline, have some hot dogs, baked beans, all that good stuff. I'm like, we had to go to school. We had to come back to school till 2 o'clock. That's long. Get the bus.
Wow.
It was fun. I mean, it was fun.
Was that here in Georgia?
Yes, I'm in Georgia. Born and raised.
Really?
Yeah, born and raised. I ain't
Say
been
that
nowhere.
again.
I ain't been nowhere.
I
I
got you.
mean, I
So,
I
so
love
this,
traveling. Hmm?
so the teacher was a school here in Georgia who was that nice and that, fun, loving all the things that she allowed you guys to come over and just have a
She
good
was amazing. I mean, I ain't had just one. I had three. I had three teachers from elementary school all the way to high school. I had three teachers. I had the head teacher, the aide teacher, and the third one. I think two aide teachers. So
Yeah,
from elementary school to high school, three teachers. I was
got you.
fine. Yeah.
Too. I love that for you. I'm wondering like when things didn't go your way, like or say for example, if y'all as a class or a specific student in one of your classes kind of did something that wasn't I don't know what's what I want to say, wasn't acceptable in your teacher's sight, like how did she
I want that person to say we gotta say near front of the class or
yeah.
the person need to vent to. One or the other.
Mm,
You're not gonna hold it in out there. You're not gonna hold it
yeah.
in out there. Cause
Okay.
you hold it in, you be whoop. Mm-mm. So you have two options. You're gonna stay
Mm,
safe, you're gonna speak out loud,
yeah.
or speak up loud in front of class, or just vent to the person like next to you or front of you, behind you, whatever. You can't hold it
Hmm.
in. Okay, you hold it in, they could go. You can't hold grudge forever. So you got something to say. Come on, you got to see.
Go ahead and say it.
I know you got something to say in your brain.
Yeah.
Say it. Just say it. Don't
Yeah.
save it. Don't save it till you get older. Don't say it when you get older. Say you gotta say.
Yeah.
Get up a chest, and then you feel better.
Got you.
That's
Yeah.
that's point blank done. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that a lot of situations can be handled just from having conversations. And sometimes it's not even warranted to have a conversation because you notice the patterns of the person, just consistently being the same things. And it's just like at
Hmm.
some point you have to recognize like it's not even worth the energy to continue to try to, resolve the situation. Um but for those that it is worth it, I think that a lot of times conversations can be the source of resolve and a way forward after a confrontational moment.
Yeah,
It
tell you
may like
when you don't have a conversation with anything, then you're not gonna solve a problem. You're not gonna solve that problem. So you got to
it's
sit.
gonna
You
just
gotta have a you gotta sit
continue.
down, talk about it, get off your chest, hey, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to somebody. I'm a little. I'm like I can't say it. I can't say it here.
Yeah.
If it's live on video or something, I'm a little
Yeah.
off. So you gotta have a sit down conversation and say hey, what's the matter? Then you gonna let it
Right.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't ever. I mean, that's my advice to people. That hey, do not let anything stop you. If you look off, just call someone, have a
Mhm.
conversation. Hey, I'm a little mad. I need to get something off my chest. I need someone to
Yeah.
vent. Then you good. You
I
hold
got a
it.
question. I got a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to vent or get something off your chest and the other
Oh yeah.
person wasn't
Oh,
trying to hear it?
oh yeah. Look, look, been there, done that. I've been a lot. If something done, if something bothering me and it is not, it's it's not hard to do. Oh yeah, I need a vent. Oh yeah. What the point? What point of holding in if something's like from what happened at work
Yeah,
and something like if let's say like if I'm at work, I miss Kroger. If I'm at work and I'm a little off at work and something made me mad, oh yeah, I got a vent somewhere. I can't hold it in for 2 days. I gotta call
yeah,
someone. I need to sit down with someone, have a conversation. I'm like, hey, I need a vent. You got anything
yeah.
here? I'm out. Let me vent. Let me get this off my chest. I'm good.
Mhm.
So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I've been in situations where, like, sometimes I would want to have a conversation, and others maybe didn't see the value in having a conversation and just chose not to. So at that point, like, that didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, right?
then
And so,
if that person say they don't want to have a conversation, then that's the wrong person to talk to.
yeah, period.
That's the wrong person to
Exactly.
talk to.
There is no need. Like, there's nothing else to talk about.
What's the point then if there's nothing to talk about? And hey, if there's nobody to vent, what's the point of have a conversation with them? I
Right.
mean,
Exactly.
you gotta find somebody who have a listening ear that believe and that hey, I'm here to talk. I'm here to have a listening ear. I tell everybody that hey, if you look off and you want somebody to vent to,
Yeah.
I'm the person that hey, I need to sit down and talk. I need to get this on my chest. If they
Yeah.
don't, fine, that's totally fine. I move on to find somebody find somebody that do. You know, that,
Right.
don't just don't hold
Another.
it in. Don't hold it in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
don't hold it in. That's my motto. Don't hold it in, y'all. Come on. So it's all
Me
good. It's
too.
all good. And I've
Yeah,
been
and
there.
that's I love
Been there, done
that.
that. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
I've been in conversation. I've been in tough conversations. I've been in easy conversations. I let somebody rant before. I let somebody curse before on the phone. I like, hey, I'm gonna listen here. I let you rant, and then if they come to me,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat what you said. I'm just keep it to myself. Keep it to myself. Don't let don't let anything find out what somebody else find out what happened. No, that's
Mm.
between me and that person. You know,
Yeah.
that don't concern you. The third part, the third party, the third party want to know. Mm-mm, no, it's between me and that person. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
got you. Yeah, I mean that's real. I think that a lot of times I used to like get disappointed because the other person didn't necessarily want to, I won't say fight for lack of a better term, but fight with me for
Right.
whatever the situation was, whether it was like a friendship or whether it was a romantic relationship or whatever. I wanted to be understood and I wanted to be heard, and they weren't trying to hear. A lot of times it's happened to me. I'm just like, all right, well, clearly.
Now, if it's a different, if it's a romantic relationship part, you know, if the girlfriend will come home from work and they doesn't want to feel like talking about what happened at work, then I mean, that person will come around to open up one night when it's time, right? Vice versa with the guys, you know, I've been in well, I'm lying because I'm one sided. I'm a one sided kind of person because when it comes to relationships, for me, it's one sided. So it I let the person rant, vent,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, when it comes to relationships kind of thing, yeah, it's yeah. If someone have a bad day and the person say, "Hey, you gonna talk about it?" and they say no, okay, what you don't need to you don't need to bring it up there. Keep on moving. Yeah, keep on moving. And then when if the person decide to do it, talk about the day happened, then okay. But other
Yeah.
than that, no, it that's it. If their decision, if they want to do it, if they want to talk about it or not, it comes same thing with the people with disabilities.
Yeah.
I learned the hard knock. I'm a- Yeah, I learned it that way. If I have someone to have if I'm a little upset, yeah, I go in and say, hey, I want to vent. I want to sit
Mhm.
there and have a look a man to man conversation or a man teacher conversation. Then yeah, you can just can't hold it in. You just can't hold it in. You got to lay it
I mean,
out
I agree. I don't think that it should be
one
something
sided.
that
It
weighs
can't
you
be one
down.
sided.
You know, I think that
Yeah,
that has a lot to do with why certain individuals' energies is like high all the time or like majority of the time because they don't
right.
allow the troubles of what didn't go your way or the struggles of discomfort or people being people outside of
Yeah.
their control, like not allowing it to affect you that way. And so
Hmm.
I think that it's wise to not allow it to, fester or whatever. You either let it go, you address it and let it go, or,
Yeah, say it one time, get it off your chest. Don't bring it up. Don't get overboard. You know, don't bring it up 3, 4 times. Just have this one conversation. Get done with. Don't bring it up. Don't mention it. We just we just had a conversation. Don't bring it up. Don't it. Then you get really mad about it. Then
I
no.
mean,
That
I'm a,
one thing only. That's it.
I gotta play devil's advocate, Jared, because sometimes you gotta say it again. Like I might have to bring it up
What
again.
what's the point of saying again if you already had the conversation? One time,
Well, maybe because, listen, maybe because in the initial conversation, after the initial conversation, I might notice that whatever we discuss or whatever, it's still going in that way. And
I
maybe I
get it.
wasn't there.
I get
And
I get
so
it.
I need to go back and,
Right.
make sure that the air is clear. Like, this is what I meant by this when I said this. Like, be more explicit and direct in my delivery. Because a lot of times, like,
Are
I
you
used to be.
You want
I
to
used
get
to be
the
like
point. You want to get the point across, then get it. And okay,
yeah, it's
I
for
get it.
understanding.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got it. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Just a little,
I,
communication, effective communication.
yeah,
Mm.
straightforward. A straightforward conversation. A straightforward conversation. I got you. I got you.
Mm,
It happens. Yeah,
absolutely.
people need it sometimes.
Yes,
A good five, 10
very.
minutes. Hey, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
it's
all right.
definitely necessary.
Good.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mr. Jarrett, I have enjoyed speaking with you during this episode of Reviving the Art, Starting with the Heart. I'm so excited. And I look forward to being a guest on your show, on your channel. Whenever you invite me, I'm
You
there.
just
Just
tell
tell
me
me
when. You just tell me
when.
when, what
Okay.
time is free for you, and I set it up. I set it up. You just email me because I go
Okay.
live every day. I go live every day on the main
Wow.
on the bitch on the interview channel. 10:15 in the
Okay.
morning or 8 o'clock at night. So any day of the week, any day of the week. Weekends
Yeah.
8 p.m. Weekends 8 p.m. Through the week is 10:15 or
Yeah.
in the morning and 8 o'clock at night. So
Okay.
so just let me know what day you free, and then I set up, and I let her know because she wanted me to know. She gotta know. Look, she gotta know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll talk about it. So just let me know. Just email me and say, hey,
Absolutely.
I want I want to do this such day, and I'll put on my community tab, and then I'll tag you in my com-
Yeah.
my community tab and everything, and then everybody will come.
Sounds good. I'm
So
excited
if y'all
about
want, so I want to tell y'all, I want to tell your audience, if y'all want to join,
it.
to come to hang out with me on my channel, please come. It's your talk. You see my merch, my merch shirt is red, and my hat on my profile. That's my main
Mm,
channel. So it's Jared Talk, nothing else. But you'll see my page and everything. You see three, and you see my video. I go live on the big channel. I go live at 10 o'clock
mm,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if y'all want
mm.
to see it, if you want to see a night live, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when. So the next the next live I want to do, I do have another interview with one of my couple of my friends. But I'm let you know, podcast is coming back. I got an interview coming. Everything coming back. So please come over to Jared Talks. It's easy to find. It's
Okay.
JARRETT Talks. You see the
Yeah.
first two. You see the first three. You be all right. And oh, okay. Look at Jared. Look on that. Okay. Okay. So just come over, have a good time, and cause my bed count is all about my day to day life. My day to day
Okay.
life. I just talk about what you're doing for the week, what your plans for the weekend. What's going on with it,
Yeah.
and we talk and that kind of stuff. And we talk about sports, food, anything else. No
Yeah.
politics, no politics. Like I said, we have car shows. So if you love cars, y'all, if you love cars, I'm finna go live on the 25th in October. So if you love cars, there's a playlist of car shows on that channel. So
Yeah.
also, if you want to be an interview, you want to be interviewed. My email in the about section. You put in subject say, hey, uh, I guess be a guest on the show, and then I tell you
Absolutely.
what's going on. So come on through, y'all. It's
Absolutely.
it's fun.
Absolutely. Go ahead and check his channel out, y'all. And remember to like this video, subscribe, and share. We will see you again sometime soon, Mr. Jarrett.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, y'all go ahead and comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Answer the question yourself. How do you handle when situations don't go your way, whether or not you are dealing with yourself or other people? Period.
Hmm.
All right,
Period.
y'all. Y'all have a good one. Take care.